Keen to see Russian influence in Syria decline. After the fall of the Assad regime, Europe said the restoration of relations with Syria depended on the removal of Russian bases in the country.
Europeans indeed imposed a series of sanctions against Syria. They, among other things, targeted the humanitarian sphere, like the supply of medicines. With such a statement, the Europeans seem to be telling the Syrians, if you want to receive medicine and food, then stop developing relations with Russia. This is called blackmail.
But in recent years, the influence of the European powers in Syria has been limited.
The EU approach is not very, let's say, influential. I mean, over the last 10 years, the EU Syria policy was almost absent, and it doesn't have much influence on things on the ground.
The fate of the Russian bases in Syria remains unclear. In 2017, Moscow and Damascus signed an agreement on their use for a period of 49 years. But since then, things have changed. Assad has gone. The Syrian transitional government says a decision on the Russian military presence in the country will be made soon, but there is no talk of their immediate evacuation. At the same time, the Russian military personnel are moving from less significant bases scattered throughout the country, heading to the naval base of Tartus and the air base of Khmeimim near Latakia. About 400 Russian soldiers have already withdrawn from the Damascus area and been transferred to the air base at Khmeimim. But as the Russian military contingent in Syria exceeds several thousand, they simply won't fit into the two bases, so there will have to be an overall reduction in numbers there. Analysts say Russia won't want to leave Syria completely, as it has long-standing ties with the country. It can offer the new authorities things ranging from food aid to the supply of oil products. At present, the supply of food and grain from Russia is suspended. Ukraine quickly offered to fill the gap, offering wheat shipments to Syria.
What is grain supply? We give you goods, you give us money. If the Syrian authorities are ready to continue cooperation in this area, there will be no problem.
There's certainly uncertainty at present in terms of relations between the two countries, but their decades of military, diplomatic and economic ties won't end outright with the downfall of Assad. Both sides are keen to keep the dialogue open. Yulia, Shapovalova, Al Jazeera, Moscow.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.